Alexis, a consultant here at Valiantis. I'm going to show you how I create content using Loom. Loom is a content creation tool Atlassian recently acquired. Loom aims to eliminate meetings by presenting your information within a video and then sharing it out. There are a lot of new features that are coming to Loom in the future, not only with Atlassian, but with content creation itself. However, in this video, I'm going to show you how I use Loom to make the content that I share with coworkers, clients, as well as to YouTube. You can record with Loom in two different ways. You can install the Loom desktop application, or you can install the Loom browser extension and record directly from your browser. Both have the same standard features of recording, pausing, restarting, and creating a deck with basic text. Both methods are easy to use, but they do have features that are unique to each for recording. Let's start with the web browser. I love using the web browser for its rewind ability. During the recording, if I mess up, instead of pausing it and then doing another take, in real time I can just trim the section out that I just recorded and then resume for where I want to pick up. To begin recording, click on the extension, and then you can select the tab, the camera, and microphone to use. I currently have these two off since I'm recording with the desktop version to show you these, therefore they will not appear. So the recording, I just click start recording, and then I'm giving my countdown. So here I will just let this go for a few seconds to give it some content, and then say I made a mistake, I can go ahead and then click pause, and then I click this rewind and trim, and in real time here I can trim this clip that I just made here, and then I hit trim. Now that I just trimmed that, it will then take that portion out so I don't have to even edit that out. It's already done for me. This makes the editing process a lot easier so I don't have to go through and remove that additional take. Now let's go over the desktop application. When you open up the desktop application for Loom, you are left with the same UI that you have for the browser extension, with being able to choose your tab, camera, and microphone. Something unique to the desktop application is the ability to drag and set a specific area of your screen to record. This is helpful for me, as usually I try to hide the fact that I have 10 tabs open on the browser, which can be very distracting in a recording. Something else that the desktop application has for Loom is the ability for touching up appearances, lighting, and noise filtering. While the desktop feature does not have the rewind feature, it does have a feature that I heavily rely on, which is speaker notes. Speaker notes brings up a text box that I can easily type my talking points into. What makes this feature unique is that while it's visible for myself during the recording, it is not visible in the final video. I can take my speaker note box and I can drag it all across my screen and place it wherever I need to. Usually I like to place it up top by the camera, as this is perfect, as I always need a little help, and being able to put the notes at the top of my monitor allows me to stay organized and read my presentation notes with still being able to make eye contact with the camera. Something I did discover while recording with the browser extension, the features of the desktop application, is that the speaker notes are invisible, meaning even in recording the final video, these are not displayed. I also found that trying to record this feature with Microsoft Teams, with Zoom, and with the Microsoft built-in snipping tool, I was unable to display the speaker notes for you. However, I do have a trick up my sleeve to be able to show you those speaker notes, as well as it is an additional way to record with Loom, which is with the Loom mobile app. The mobile app can record video, voice, as well as screen record. This makes it very useful to record instructional how-to videos for using a mobile app that you can share with your coworkers and clients, or to be able to record the minute inspiration strikes while being away from your computer. While it's not the smoothest way to show content that's on a computer screen, let's take a look at how those speaker notes look. I am now using the Loom mobile app to record, so as we can see here, I have my speaker notes at the top of my screen, and when you saw me moving my mouse around with nothing going on, I was taking the speaker notes and I was dragging them all around. No matter where I dragged the speaker notes in the final video, they are not visible at all. I can type whatever notes I want, including bulleted points. I could type a script, but this is where I display my talking points. Another feature of Loom that I use is very helpful is Canvas. Canvas works the same on both the browser extension and desktop. It allows you to create simple decks, whether you're using it, in my case, to create an introduction and a conclusion slide, or you're using it to display some presentation points. With Canvas, you can either change the background color to a custom hex, or you can utilize the background images they have preloaded. You're able to change the text layout, whether you just want a simple one-lined, you want a title and smaller points, or you want bullet points, as well as some pre-made templates they have, whether it's for different events, headlines, you name it. Once a video is recorded, the video is managed and housed on your Loom homepage, regardless if you recorded it on the browser extension or the desktop application. Let's click on one of the recorded clips and let's begin the editing process. Loom will automatically generate my title for my video, which is extremely helpful in guiding me for a good name, as well as automatically generating a summary that I can tweak and use for my video's description. It also sometimes generates chapters based on sections if you have different topics and talking points that were used within the video. If you add more clips to an original video, it will not add the chapters to those automatically. Loom also generates a transcript, which you can verify and update if some words got lost in translation. The most daunting part of the video is always the edits, as it's near impossible to record a perfect video. However, Loom makes it extremely easy. Before I even click to edit, Loom can take out any silences and filter words. That way it puts me one step ahead of the game when it comes to editing. Let's go ahead and check out editing. We'll click on Trim and Stitch. Within Loom's editor, you can easily trim by splitting the video. This is extremely helpful, as in videos I have to transition from my introduction slide to my Jira instance when I'm presenting. To avoid showing this in the final product, I can split the video, which will give me 2 sections. By clicking on split, I will then see sections with handles. I can use the handles on the outside to first trim where I want the video to stop at. Then to the section of my right, I will click on the handles to the right, which I will then modify and put where I want the video to resume at. This allows me to have exact precision to stop the video exactly where I want to and then pick up the minute I want to start talking. This is especially helpful for when I start recording and I have pauses before I start speaking. This allows me to modify and start it to the exact second I start speaking rather than let the silences occur. The best part about trimming and splitting my content is that what I'm cutting from the final video still remains in the editor. So in my splitting, if I cut out too much and my clip resumes right as I'm in mid-sentence, I can backtrack with my handles and make sure that I don't cut out any of my talking. Loom also allows me to add clips. For instance, in this video, I had to record with both the desktop app, browser extension, and the mobile app. So each clip is different. So I have to comprise all these clips in the one video. So let's go ahead and show how that's done. I'll click on Add Clip, and we're going to add the mobile recording. When it comes to adding clips, you cannot add them in the middle of any existing clips. They either have to be added before or after. I labeled mine in parts to make it easy to know where I need to upload. So I have part 1, part 2, 3, and 5. Mobile's part 4, so I'm just going to move it over 1. And then we can test and see that when I click on the very end of this and I play it, it goes from the desktop app and picks off at the mobile where I wanted. If you didn't edit the clip you added before you add it in the main video, you can still modify it here. I went ahead and added the rest of my clips and I've trimmed them. Now, all I have to do is play back my full video to make sure it's all good to go. Once it's good, I can share it out and let the video speak for itself. As you can see, Loom makes it easy for me to record and edit the content that I make to share. Go try Loom for yourself to see how easily you can start creating content to share with all your coworkers, clients, and friends. Thanks for watching.